Hey everyone, so I'm back with another video and today we have a different background. Let's see if I get used to it. Today I'm going to talk about how I got admitted into the University of Toronto and how everything works, how to apply, how to everything. And today I'm even wearing um, the University of Toronto sweatshirt that I bought. It's really comfy. So to start, I'm going to put a list of the topics that I'm going to talk about in this video, so that if you guys want to skip or if something doesn't interest you, you can skip right ahead to the parts that are actually important for you and for what you want more information on. So I'm going to talk about high school requirements, what to do when you're in high school. Then I'm going to talk about what to do and how to apply to a university if you don't really know what program you're interested in or what you really want to do after high school. Then I'm going to talk about OUAC, which is the website that you need to go to apply for universities here in Toronto or in Ontario, really. Then I'm going to mention how everything works and what to do after you get actually accepted into the universities that you want to go into. Then I'm going to talk about, just to finish, about government funding, OSAP, and everything like to pay for your tuition. And how to manage your finances a little bit. So first of all, let's start with high school. When you go into high school, so first you go into grade 9, and that is a year that you really don't choose a lot of your courses because you need to fulfill a lot of requirements. Like you have to do at least a gym course. At least in my school, in a Catholic school, I had to do a gym course, a religion course. English is always a requirement for all 4 years, and a few other ones like a math course, a science course, and that goes on to at least grade 10. Most of the requirements are grade 9 and grade 10. You really need to do those, even though you won't need them for university. So in grade 9, you need to fulfill those requirements, so you're not really thinking about university yet. You're just trying to get a sense of how high school works, making friends and everything. So you don't need to worry about that yet. Then into grade 10, you get a little bit more choice in what your courses are. You still need to take an English course. In my school, I still had to take a religion course, a math course, a science course. But you can choose some courses that you might be interested in. Then in grade 11, you get a lot more choice. You can have you only have a few, like 3 maybe requirements from your school, but the rest you can probably choose. In grade 12, you can have spares, which is when you don't have a course and you can go home early, or you can study during that time if you want. So it's a bit more lenient in that way. Okay, so in this website, you can check the program requirements that you need, like English, math, science, both sciences, biology and chemistry. Then we have some basic requirements for admission, like a diploma and 6 4UM subjects. And then we can go into overview, which you can find grade range, enrollment. And now I want to go into the courses that I took in grade 11 and 12 to help me get into the life sciences program at UTM. Just a reminder that these courses are the ones I took for this specific program. Especially the highlighted ones are specific for the life sciences program at the University of Toronto Mississauga campus. Okay, so in grade 11, I took English and religion, which are both requirements for your high school, especially if it's a Catholic high school. Then I took biology, chemistry, and the last 4 courses there are courses that I took as electives because I had an interest in them. Biology grade 12 is a requirement for university, but before that I had to take a biology grade 11 course, which I took in grade 10 because I fast-tracked everything. Then I took this chemistry grade 11 course, which was a requirement for my chemistry grade 12, which I will need to apply with for university. Then in grade 12, I took, again, English and religion, advanced functions, which is a requirement for university, chemistry grade 12 as I mentioned before, calculus grade 12, and the last two are also electives, photography and French. And I had two spares because I took English in the summer from grade 11 to grade 12. So again, the highlighted ones are the ones you need for the life sciences program. And calculus, I remember them saying that it's not a prerequisite, but it is recommended that you take it. And after I did these 2 years, I could apply to university with my grade 12 marks, which had to be in the high 80s to low 90s range. I remember that I stayed within the 92 to 95 grade range average for my grade 12 year. And it is a high average, but I know many people who got accepted who had high 80s or like mid 80s. So you don't have to worry if you couldn't get that 90 mark in your grade 12 courses. Just try the best that you can, and they are pretty lenient if you at least stay within the mid to high 80s. Also, I don't want to forget to mention that you do need volunteer hours. For my high school, I had a 40-hour minimum requirement, and I completed those already in grade 9, so I could forget about them and not worry, since in grade 12 I knew I'd be studying a lot because of these grade requirements for university. But don't forget that you do need to complete your volunteer hours, and you have to apply with them. And also a literacy test, you have to complete that as well, and send that with your application. And that basically finalizes what I did in my high school years to get accepted into UTM. Also going now into what to do if you don't know what program you want to go into. Since in grade 9 you can't really choose, you should start in grade 10 and 11 taking a variety of different courses and topics to see and get a sense of what you're really interested in and what you identify more with, or what you like more or anything. And then when you have an idea, try to look up some universities that you're interested in going and seeing the programs they have that offer these topics that you're interested in. And then after you at least have an idea of the programs that you want, at least a few options, see their requirements and see if you can do them, and start trying to talk to your guidance counselor. That's a really good idea, to see the courses that you need to take in high school so that you can apply to university. Because some people, they're like, oh, I'll just choose in grade 12. Okay, that is an option, but you also have to have like those grade 12 courses have requirements in grade 11. So you can't take a grade 12 math course if you didn't take a grade 11 math course, for example. So you have to have an idea of what you want to do and the requirements, at least in grade 11. For example, for me, I want to go into medicine later on. So I knew that my undergrad had to be something health related. I wanted it to be health related because that's what I'm interested in. So I chose life sciences or health sciences. Those were my two programs. And I applied to a variety of different universities. And I actually did apply to a life sciences program, a health sciences program, a biology program, anything in that area for me. So you can apply to different programs in different universities if you're not sure. My friend, she applied to industrial design. She also applied to architecture because she had an idea what she wanted, but she wasn't exactly sure in which program. And after she got accepted, she chose what she liked the most, and it worked for her. At least at U of T, where I go, it's really easy to switch programs after you're already in a program. So I'm in life sciences. I can easily switch to a different program if I see that I'm not interested in life sciences anymore. If something happened and I changed my mind and I don't want to do it anymore, it's easy to change after you're in. There are many resources in university, many counselors or administrators that can work with you to change that program if you really want to. So you don't have to worry that, oh, the program that I go into now is the last choice, just make sure you get into the university that you want, get the grades you need for that, and you can change that a bit after you go in. Okay, so now I want to talk about OUAC, which is the website that you have to go to in Ontario to apply for university. So you get a PIN number in the mail, and after you get that PIN, it comes with a paper, of course, with instructions of what you have to do, what website you have to go to, the steps you have to take in order to make your account, and then choose the universities. And in this website, they transfer all your grades from your school to the university. So it's all in there. Your transcript is all in there, all your grades, and the universities can see that after you apply to them, of course. So you should have a choice. At least I applied to 5 or 6, but people say to apply to at least 3. So have your top 1, 2, and 3 choices. There is a fee for every choice that you do choose. But then at least have those 3. And I got my PIN in October 28th, and I applied that same day. But you don't really need to do that. You have a few months actually, that you can decide which university you want to go to and apply to them. I applied early because I had already planned this in grade 9. I already had all my high school courses laid out for me because I'm lucky that I found what I really like and what I'm interested in at a really young age. So I already traced all my steps. But you do have time. You don't have to worry. You do have time to apply after you receive your PIN. My top choice was the University of Toronto Mississauga campus, which is where I'm at now. Then I chose McMaster, University of Toronto St. George campus. Then I think it was the University of Ottawa. It was either Queen's or Western, and then York University. I did get accepted to all of them, which I was really happy about. My first acceptance letter came in December. It was for the University of Ottawa. I was really happy about that. To me, it was earlier than I thought it would be, but they do accept people kind of early. Then I think I received my UTM acceptance letter in February. I think it was the 2nd. I was really happy about that. And then after that, I kind of just forgot about the other ones. I wanted to see if I got accepted, but I did get into my top choice, so I wasn't too worried anymore. After you get accepted, they will send you an email saying that there have been changes to your admission progress and everything. And then you can go into the website and see if you got accepted or not. After you apply to universities and pay the fees, each university will send you a student number and some passwords so that you can go into their separate websites and check your applications. Because there you can see if you need to do anything else, like write a letter of admission or anything like that. Some universities and some programs need you to do a few extra things. And then there you can see also entrance awards that I will talk more about later. It will be really laid out for you, so it's not confusing. You'll figure it out, don't worry. But after you get accepted, they will send you a step-by-step list of what you have to do next. Since I received mine kind of early, I didn't really have to do a lot right after I got it. I was still worried about finals and everything because I still had my final grades to complete. But after a while, you're going to have to do you're going to have to look at the due dates. UTM has a really good website that I'm going to put over here that says all the important dates and everything that you need, all the dates that you need to know really, so that you don't miss out on anything. For example, residency has, I didn't apply for it, but I know that there are specific deadlines that you have to meet with your application. So you make sure not to miss those dates. There's also a course registration that you'll have to do. I think it's in July. Also don't want to miss that. I can do a separate video explaining how to register for courses for the life sciences program, which is what I'm familiar with. I can also do a broader overview of how the website works at UTM and how you can apply for everything. And now I want to talk a little bit, just to end the video, about the finances. At UTM, they have a really great option in their website. It's called, I think it's just called finances. You can actually calculate exactly what you're going to have to pay. Literally, you can fill out a form and they'll calculate your expenses for you to see what you need to pay, including tuition. Like if you drive a car, they'll take into account gas money or anything like that. If you have to pay for food, everything, they can actually calculate it for you. And in regards to tuition, there are a few ways you can go about paying. There is a financial loan from the bank. There is OSAP money, which is government funding, which is a really good way to do it. And some universities actually offer some specific payment plans that can help you out. You can also receive those entrance awards that I talked about earlier. I'll lay it out here how the UTM entrance awards work, and the grades that you need to get to receive these awards. And again, in that acceptance letter, they will tell you if you got any awards. You can also apply for some awards. You have to write some essays or something like that, but you can apply for them and they will, you might win one and get money to help pay for your tuition. In relation to OSAP, you can get grants or loans, and I can do a video explaining how OSAP works, which is actually very interesting, and it helps a lot because you have to pay them back later. You can save up money and pay after, but at least you don't have to pay right away your tuition. They will help you with that, and you can also receive money that you don't have to pay back. 50% you may have to pay back, but not everything. It depends. So I can make a video explaining how that works. If you guys want, I can totally do that. And that's pretty much it. If you guys want me to talk about any other topics about my admission, I can come back and talk to you guys about that. And since I just finished my first semester at UTM in life sciences, I can do a video telling you guys how that went and how I prepared for it. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'll put it over here. Go follow me there. I've been filming a lot for TikTok. So if you guys want to see, please go check it out and subscribe to my channel.